you remember when you got off the plane for the first time in the States, what your impression was?
Trust
What
me,
you
we'll
were
never,
thinking?
never forget that.
Yeah. What was it
And you
like?
get off and you're like, wait, it's just another country. Like, was like, you have so much expectation that when you hear from there, like when you're in Ethiopia, like any other country, you hear about America, like you hear so much thing about so great and everything, which I'm not taking anything away from it. But and you see like you come out and you see like all you see just cars and street and house and like dead tree. My name is Manuel Abate. I'm originally from Ethiopia and I traveled here at the end of 2006 and I came with my family here, my mom and dad and two younger sister. I came here, well my parents, there's this thing called diversity visa which is called DV I think. They kind of filled that out as like, they actually like didn't plan on coming here, they just as a joke they just filled it out and they happened to get the lottery, it's called, like I think it's a lottery. Like as you can hear for other countries like being hungry, all that kind of stuff. When you hear from like for American, like all you hear is like the great thing about it. I mean, I'm not saying because I love America. I have not. I've been here for like almost 8 years now. So I mean, I love it. But at the same time, nobody ever can tell you like how cold it is, the struggle, that the language you have to learn, all the kind of stuff that I have went through, which was pretty difficult. My impression was that I thought like it's a great country where I don't have to work hard as much as I actually did, and I still am, and where you can get everything. It's like you kind of pick the money from off the tree, and that's how they make it sound like. After high school, I have a twin brother who lives in Ethiopia, so he was really sick, and I had to go see him. So like right after high school, I just went back to Ethiopia, and I was there for like 2.5 months. When you away from a while from country, like people start speaking different language, even though they speak the same language, there's slang like people use, and it was hard for me. Like going back, I actually had a hard time communicating with my family there. Like, what kind of language you speaking? Even though I was speaking Amharic, they didn't understand my language, and I didn't understand the language because the way they were speaking. People don't do things alone there. Like everybody does things together. So like on every Easter's or New Year, or like any other holidays, we always have like cousins, aunts, like everybody comes together. Like, I mean, a huge family. You think of the place, you think of the everybody, like the other people around you. You think of who you used to know there, like beside family, just all the other friends I used to have. No, I do this thing like called culture camp, which is based on for like anybody who's adopted, anybody who wants to learn their culture. They all get together from all the other states. Like people come from New York, Rhode Island, like Maine, all those kind of states, New Hampshire, and everywhere, even from like DC and all other place. So like all we do is that we just help teach the kids how to speak Amharic and teach them some Amharic words, teach the parents how to do Ethiopian dance, and we cook Ethiopian food and all that kind of thing. So I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago when I first get to see it, and I went there. There wasn't a lot of parents. It was like probably like 30 or like 25 parents. The kids were like very happy to see us because they saw someone who looks just like them. So every year from there on, like there's always more and more and more family. So we have like our own Ethiopian outfits and Ethiopian music, and we'll go on the stage and perform. So like all those kind of, that's a way of like the culture camp, like culture dance or Ethiopian traditional music is the way of showing like the way of the culture of Ethiopia, you know. I guess my hope is that if anybody asks them like what Ethiopian dance are like, they will be able to show them like you go, oh, where you from? Ethiopia? Like, oh, what kind of dance do you guys do? Oh, we do shoulder dance. I want to be able to know that. Knowing Ethiopian dancing, like culture, like the traditional music and dancing, has been a way for me to show me who I am, like, you know, where I came from, like what exactly I'm made of, like, you know. You can have anything or everything. I listen to any kind of music, like, you know, R&B, hip hop, and all that kind of music. But at the end of the day, nothing makes me feel better than listening to like traditional music. We're always listening, dancing, all that. So like every time I listen to that kind of music, it always makes me feel like I'm back with those people like who always used to dance, who always used to have a good time.